Ladies and gentlemen, we are back and we are sorry for what has happened. We had a technical issue with my computer. I'm hoping people can see that we are live. Oh, and the 31 just hit the wall real hard. Let's see what happened right there as we are riding along with the 31. We'll get you caught up here in just a second, ladies and gentlemen.
Because we're now under our fifth caution, as you see what's happened to Daniel Fox.
It looks like he pushes up, hits that outside wall just a little bit, comes back down and gets tagged. He just cut across the nose of the 5 truck, it looked like.
Yep, and he's since had to tow back, so certainly.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Jonathan Swartz is still your leader of this race. Wade Hustad is second. Spencer Tart is third. Jeffrey Meyer is fourth. And Andrew Marsh is fifth. Again, if you're just now popping in and you're looking for this Texas race here tonight, we did have some technical issues. System just shut down for no reason, but lucky I was able to bring it back on a second broadcast. So I'm hoping that everybody is able to find this. I'm going to take a quick look at the thing. No sound. Tater says no sound, but I believe we got sound now. Somebody give me a sound check, please, and let me know if we are actually got sound now. As I am looking on the broadcast.
Let's see. Anything yet?
I'm waiting for a response. I just don't want to be sitting here looking like a fool, ladies and gentlemen, talking and nobody can hear me.
Now, Schwartz won the battle off pit road again.
Well, that's no surprise.
Eric Weatherholtz came off fourth, and after entering pit road ninth, so not sure if he took 2 tires or if he just had a outstanding pit stop.
All right, Robbie Armstrong and Kenneth Lehman both say we have sound now, so we are back live, ladies and gentlemen. And again, I apologize for what just happened. Can't do anything when the internet takes a dump.
Yep, it's just one of those things that's kind of out of our control, unfortunately.
But as I see, the people are being able to find this race now. So we got 10 viewers at the moment, so I'm pretty sure everybody will be joining back with us. Again, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate your patience, and we are going to get you this race in its entirety. Well, now that we've had our gremlin for the night, what do you think about when they get ready to take the green flag? We give it a little rev it up. Make sure everything's working here tonight.
Yeah, let's do it.
As I believe the pace car has got one more lap to go. As the 34 just gets his lap back.
He's getting one of his 5 laps that he's down, so he'll be 4 down. We'll have 19 trucks on the lead lap when we restart. While we were having that technical difficulty, Robbie Armstrong had a big crash on the backstretch, and I believe his night is over, unfortunately.
Well.
And Daniel Fox is disconnected, so another casualty. So we've had 5 cautions here.
In the first 40 laps.
Yep, in the first 40 laps, so if we do the math, we'll have 25 cautions. Hopefully we don't get to that point.
I hope not. Well, I can see as we come back on this broadcast, Getty Buckner's moved his way up into the top 13. So way to go, Getty. Pace car's in it. Schwartz is away. Hustad drops down. And then he slides back up. Spencer Tart is now up underneath him.
And Schwartz took off a little earlier than he had been. Might have caught those guys napping just a tad as Tart clears Hustad off too.
You got to keep them guessing.
Oh, no doubt. As here comes fourth place, Mike Springer underneath Eric Weatherholtz. Moves him up into fourth after intentionally qualifying slow.
Are you live? Are you sure you're live?
Yeah, I am live.
Okay. Well, it looks like they are finally going to get single file here, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, Jeremy Hebel dives underneath side Arias Jackson, and at the very last second, Jackson saw him down there and gave him just enough room. That could have been bad.
And he's looking to try to get down himself as Marsh decides he's going to go with Hebel. You got Kleinschmidt right there as well.
Here comes Hebel underneath Meyer. This is for sixth position.
And just as I said they were getting strung out or getting in single file, they decided they're going to start racing again.
Imagine that. Yep, and then Meyer's starting to drop back. Looks like he's getting hung up in that outside line.
Yeah, Meyer is trying to find him his way to get down to the bottom. Don't push up, Si.
Should have a good enough run. He has a hole if he wants it. There he goes.
And Kleinschmidt is now stuck on the outside as Dakota Wilkins is looking on the inside of him. Oh, Kleinschmidt goes high.
And meanwhile, back up in front, Hustad has passed Tart again for second place.
We're closely watching this battle between Darius Jackson and Matthew Kleinschmidt. It looks like Kleinschmidt is the winner on that deal.
Now Dakota Wilkins is going to try to join that fight. Saw a battle for ninth. Wilkins gets position on Jackson.
I think Si is wishing he could just get down and catch his breath.
Yeah, he's definitely got to be holding his breath right now. Because now Weatherholtz up ahead of those guys. He's side by side with Meyer. Or excuse me, that was with Marsh. And now that's singled out for now.
Marsh gets in front of Darius Jackson, and no, that's Dakota Wilkins finally gets in front of Darius Jackson. Got Martin Wenzel sitting back there watching this race fold out in front of him, as it looks like
and keeps peeking down there.
Yeah, he's peeking. There goes Meyer.
It's the run off the high side though, and he's going to keep that spot for now.
We got some battles going on everywhere on this track.
Oh, in front of them, Hebel barely or nearly went around, but saved it somehow, and he's backing up the whole field.
Oh, they're still tagging
through the grass. Hang on, Jeremy.
Wow.
Wow.
Let's see what happens here with Hebel.
Two big saves within about 10 seconds of each other. Scary moment for the point leader.
Hebel gets loose right there. He catches the apron. He saves it. Oh, he gets tagged in the back end by Meyer. Meyer comes back down and tags him. Sends him down to the grass. Wow, he did
Yep,
a heck of a job saving that car.
yep, he went from 5th to 16th in that exchange. But he's lucky he still has a truck underneath him.
Yes, he sure is. He had some great truck control right there, that's for sure.
Yep, and now he's in the same boat as Darius Jackson, trying to catch his breath and hang on here.
Well, Meyer's vehicle doesn't look too bad after that contact. As we're sitting here watching Klein Smith, Dakota Wilkins, and Meyer battle it out. You got Getty Buckner out there trying to make a move on the high side of Martin Wenzel. He gets the run, and he gets around Mr. Wenzel.
Oh, who was that right back there? Got really sideways. Couldn't tell. The Kleinschmidt underneath Dakota Wilkins for 8th.
Wow.
This is some intense stuff.
Yes, there is no sitting back and riding. These gentlemen are doing everything they can to get as many positions as they can this early in the race.
Now, while that's going on, the lead is tightened up as well. Hustad all over the tailgate of Schwartz.
Well, he is almost pushing him down the backstretch. If he was any closer, he would be pushing him. He is right there in his tracks.
And they are painted on that white line through the corner. And they're starting to pull away from Tart and Springer.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is anything but boring.
Yeah, I'm glad we got our connection fixed so we can bring this great action to you folks.
And there goes Dakota Wilkins.
Oh, he looked to the outside, but Schwartz held him off for now.
I don't know if I'd be blocking.
Yeah, that's
this early in races.
Coming up on a lap truck right here. He gets out of the way. That's Kip Galloway.
Yeah, lap traffic is probably going to be an issue. Yeah, Wade Hustad wants to get that lead, and I think he's going to grab it right here. He gets credit for leading that lap for sure.
Oh! Schwartz is gonna
whoa!
Pin him down.
Oh, that could have been a mess right there.
And Schwartz trying to dive underneath them. Oh, he almost got to his left rear bumper there. As another lap truck gets involved in this.
Well, who is that? The 10.
Oh, they might be 3 wide. They are. The lap truck gives them some room.
That's Kenneth Lehman.
Wow. Schwartz.
They are really going at it up here in the front for this lead. They're racing like it's the last lap.
I'll say there's 143 laps to go in this race, and they're acting like it's just 5 to go.
And they got 19 laps on their tires. And this is just amazing that they're able to continue to battle it out like this and keep those trucks up underneath them. Now, Wade Hustad said there was a lot of grip out there tonight, and the truck was pretty much neutral. But I'm wondering what it's going to be like in another 10 laps. Are they going to be able to continue to battle it out as Schwartz goes up underneath him once again to try to take that spot over?
Yep, neither of them are content to just ride.
Schwartz gets he gets him a good run going in. Hustad's got him pinned down. He gives him the room, though, coming up off the turn. Hustad is trying to make it work on the high side.
Man, these two are just incredible battle up here.
Houston got that lap there again.
And they were separated by 1/100th of a second. And that's all.
You're not clear, Schwartz, so hang on.
No. Yep, he's fighting back. Houston is. Where my heart's pounding out of my chest. Imagine how they're feeling as the lap truck gets out of the way, fortunately.
Well, I'm sure their hearts are pounding, but their mouths are going a mile a minute. And I don't believe we want to find out what they're saying about each other.
Or whatever the case.
Here comes the crossover by Wade.
This battle just won't end.
They are really going at it up here. This is amazing. Something's going to have to give, though.
Yeah, this is what this truck series is all about. These great fights for the lead like this.
Wade pushed up just a little bit there, forced Schwartz up the track just a hair. Here comes Schwartz with the crossover again. Wow.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Here he goes again.
And Lehman, with all his damage, is able to sit there and hang on to him as they continue to battle it out. Kenneth Lehman is just sitting there going, what in the world are they doing?
Well, Schwartz has got him clear, but for how long?
Until he pulls down behind underneath him.
And meanwhile, third place is side by side. Well, they were side by side for a moment.
I'm almost afraid to go back there and take a look.
Yeah, because we're going to miss this action.
And now we got a yellow.
Sixth caution of the day.
And it looks like Kenneth Robbins involved in that. So let's take a look and see what happened. Kenneth Robbins right there with Jeremy Hebel.
Yeah, both of them battling for 16th.
Hebel comes up, slows up, he gets tagged by the 48. Wow. And the 48 is done for the night. His motor just blew.
Yep. That's... Now, like we said, Jeremy Hebel fortunately had a very significant points lead, so he's definitely going to have to need it right now.
Well, he's currently sitting in 17th. I know that this is not the way he wanted his night to end, or the way he wanted this race to go anyway.
Yeah, definitely is. Here we go with the leaders on pit road.
Forrest gets a good clean stop. Spencer gets a good clean stop.
Oh,
who was that had to back up?
It was Andrew Marsh, I believe.
Yeah, Andrew Marsh missed his pit just a little bit. Here comes Hebel. Forrest beats him off. Wade Hustad second. Did I see that right? Klein Schmidt or Mike Springer come out third?
Trying to find Springer. Yeah, I know he had because he qualified so far back. He's got a really early pit stall, so before the line. So, boy, Mike came on the track a little early.
I think he did.
Yeah, that's going to be borderline as far as
Go back and take a look at that.
Penalty here.
See if he did come out on the track before that yellow line.
Yeah, that was really marginal.
Oh, I don't know. It was close. We'll find out in a few minutes.
Yep, let's see what our race control James Pandolf has to say about it. Nothing so far.
So it looks like everybody did come in on lap 66 for 4 tires and some gasoline.
And that was a 20 3-lap run right there. By far the longest of the day.
And we are working caution, what, 6?
Yep, number 6. So it appears to me that Springer gonna still be up in 3rd.
Well, we won't know until we go back green flag racing if he's got to come down pit road. Or is it under caution? It's the end of the longest line, right? Yeah.
Yes, I believe so. It's DOL.
Well, if he got it in there and got it in there clean, I'm really surprised because it looked like he crossed. Yeah, it was pretty close.
And I wonder if Pandoff might have given him a slight warning on it. As I believe we're doubling up here. We'll go green this time.
But a battle is definitely between Swartz and Wade Hustad here tonight.
Yep, and I guarantee you the battle between those two is just beginning. Based on what we saw the last run, just give them a quick 5-minute break and they'll be going at it just as hard, if not even harder. It'll be Schwartz, Hustad, Springer, Tart, Kleinschmidt, the top 5, followed by Meyer, Jackson, Weatherholt, Smith, and Getty Buckner, the top 10.
Well, that's where Getty wanted to be at least. As we do still have 19 cars on the lead lap.
Here comes the pace car, and Schwartz takes off quickly.
Now we got Mr. Springer up here. Let's see how he holds fair to Wade Hustad and Jonathan Swartz. Wow. Looks like Swartz gets a really good run and a good start. And about 5 or 6 laps later, Wade Hustad gets to hitting his marks and they start battling it out. It looks...
He's been with Hustad all over him these last few restarts. I mean, he has not missed his mark once. He's certainly making Wade work for this. And now Wade's all over the tailgate of him.
Yeah, about 3 laps is about all it takes for him to get right there on his back door.
Yep, and let this battle between these two commence once again. That's Springer and Tartar. They might be licking their chops right now. These two get together.
I'd hate to see that happen here tonight. The leaders battling it out and take each other out. But didn't we have that happen one time before? Between these two?
Yep, at Kansas when well, Schwartz actually was the receiving end on that, but late strategy call by him still got him the win. But I think if we recall when we were interviewing him after he won, he was a little displeased with how Hustad raced him.
I wonder how pleased he's with him right now. Because they definitely been doing some racing as Spencer Tart is now taking a look up underneath Mike Springer.
Yep,
he tried to get up underneath him.
Yep, just couldn't make it stick. It's the front. About 7 or 8 trucks have pulled away from most of the field.
Well, Wade Hustad is definitely giving Mr. Swartz a run for his money here tonight.
And it's certainly entertaining to watch. As Andrew Marsh, after that issue on pit road, having to back up into his pit stall, he's currently back in 11th, trying to pick his way back forward.
All right, we were going to rev it up before the computer crashed. So
let's do it now.
Let's do it now. That's right. I have really got to remember to take my headset off when I do that. Well, the battle is still up front. Schwartz, I think you're going to be able to hold him off for about another 6 or 7 laps, and then they're going to get to battling it back and forth. Oh!
A little bit.
Yes, he did. He caught that apron.
And now Hustad's going to try to pounce on it.
That's what he's looking for. He's looking for Mr. Schwartz to make the smallest of mistakes, and then he's going to see if he can capitalize on it. Eddie Butner's moved his way up into 9th. Looks like the field has actually almost got strung out. I think the closest battle is back here between Martin Wenzel and Dakota Wilkinson.
We got a battle up here for 7th between Weatherholtz and Jackson. And now we got a battle for the lead. Here comes Hustad underneath Schwartz. Off of turn 2.
Wow. It didn't take him long to start fighting for this lead again. Is he going to run again into lap traffic?
Like Hustad looked like he might have clipped the apron, but he didn't lose any speed.
Wow. I mean, this is just an exciting race here.
This is impressive stuff. As they're going to come across Kenneth Lehman once again.
I hope Lehman is bright enough to get down off the racing surface, or at least out of the way. Wade Hustad is all over the back door, Jonathan Schwartz. I'd almost like to get an interview with them, but I ain't about to attempt it while they're racing like that. Maybe
we might be having to use a lot of sound bites if we do.
Maybe next caution we might try to grab one or both of them, get a quick interview with them.
Here he comes to us, right up against him.
Wow.
Pushing him.
If he wasn't pushing him, he was pretty close to it.
See if he can make it stick. They're neck and neck off of 2.
I don't see Wade in a
Can he clear him? Yes, he does. And here comes Schwartz back.
This is just exciting.
Incredible. The Schwartz takes it back. But for how long?
For about 2 seconds till he gets up underneath him. This is about where they were at the last time, around 16, 17 laps. They started battling it out.
Well, if this is what it's going to be like at the finish, you almost want to be in 2nd.
Pretty much. But you know they got to be burning them tires up doing that.
Now at the same time, they still got a 1.4 second gap back to 3rd place Mike Springer. And now
And
Wade.
Spencer Tart's back there in 4th. Cloudsmith's in 5th.
Now Wade starting to put a little distance on him now.
As he's starting to come up again on lap traffic. Is that still Lehman in front of him?
Yep. And he is actually 47 laps down after his early wreck.
But he's still hanging right there. I mean, they haven't quite run up on him like I thought they would.
Yeah, it's not like he's holding the leaders up. I mean, he's...
And there's the yellow flag. Let's see.
7th.
I don't see anybody falling down.
Oh, Martin Wenzel.
Oh, no. He just cannot get a break. I think he did that to himself. Let me quickly get another replay on that. He comes down here across through the tri-oval, or through the dog leg, I should say.
Oh, he just blew his engine now, I think. Saw a big puff of smoke.
He's going to tag that outside wall right there, and he's going to tag the inside wall. And I believe he's going to be done for the night.
And he's trying to coast back to pit road. I'm not sure if he's going to make it or not. You know, quite frankly, I was a little surprised, David. We kind of had talked about before we came on live, and we were thinking based on what we had seen in practice, we were thinking maybe turn 4 would be the trouble spot, but so far it's been off turn 2.
Yep.
As everybody's on pit road, and that's a real close battle off pit road between Hustad and Schwartz. Even in the pits, they're side by side battling.
Jonathan Schwartz, this is the booth. You got a copy, brother?
Might be too worn out to talk right now.
I don't even know if I got him moved in here. Yeah, Mr. Schwartz, you got a copy?
I see he is coming through, but I don't hear him talking.
Oh, hey guys, sorry.
Well,
I gotcha.
I mean, you are putting on one heck of a show between you and Wade. And it's really exciting to watch, man. You're doing a fantastic job.
How's that drop? How do you?
It's been pretty crazy tonight, so.
Would you like to maybe cut back on some of the aggressiveness like that, and hope that it would settle in, as you're not even quite halfway through the race, and you and Hustad are just battling it like it's the last lap? Is the truck that solid up underneath you?
Oh, yeah, the cars, they're outstanding tonight. The handling's perfect. They're a little tight, but no loose conditions kind of cause us to wreck or anything. So aggressiveness is part of racing, and I'm gonna keep racing them just like we've been. So it's hopefully we've been putting on a good show for you guys, and we can bring on a good finish.
Well, it certainly is. But quick question: if we're getting having the same kind of battle between you and Wade, where do you want to be on the last lap? In front or in second?
Oh, definitely in front. The track position, any track other than super speedways, you want the track position. So you can't get a big enough run from second place as fast and coming to the finish line here. So definitely first place is where I want to be.
All right, well, if you're coming to one to go, we'll let you go and get back at it.
What channel was you in?
Enjoy, guys.
Mr. Schwartz, what channel was you in?
I believe he was
Hey, yeah. Jonathan, what channel was you in, brother?
No, I'm sorry, it's hard to hear you guys.
Where do you need me to put you?
The channel with Springer. If I don't know what it's called, but
Okay.
that's fine.
Hitting Motorsports.
Hinton Motorsports. Okay.
I don't know about you, but he seemed pretty calm.
He's a lot calmer than I would be.
Yeah, we'd be jumping out of our socks.
I'd be
Right
changing
about
my
now.
shorts right about now.
Checking the color of it too, yeah. Here comes the pace car on the pit road. There goes Schwartz, and we're back underway.
He wasted no time to get that
There
jump.
Look at Springer. He's going to try to jump to the outside of Hustad.
And you got Spencer Tart up underneath him.
I don't know. That's twice now that Springer's been kind of close with bending a bit of a rule. He looked like he might have pulled out before the start-finish line. I don't know how they're going to rule that there.
Well, if he did, they're going to give him a black flag, that's for sure. As we do not allow any passing before the start-finish line, you cannot improve your position.
He didn't improve his position, but he was definitely out of line. So, we'll see what they rule.
Mr. Tart. Yeah, he's finally found him some pick up and go. As he's trying.
He puts a big block on him. And Spencer say, hey guys, I want to join this party too.
Well, Spencer Tart's running this for points. The two drivers in front of him aren't.
He still wants that win though.
I don't blame him. I'd be going for it too. But we're not even quite halfway there yet. We still got over 104 laps to go.
There comes Hustad. He's got position on Schwartz.
Actually, 109 laps to go.
Got him cleared. But for how long? Oh, right to his left rear, and he's back underneath him.
I almost thought he was going to give him a bump and run right there. Now Spencer Tart, he's going to try to get up underneath Wade. Couldn't quite do it.
And that was a really gutsy move there by Schwartz. That's a rare, really narrow point on the racetrack right there to his dog legs.
And it don't take just one little slip. I mean, if your left front tire grabs that grass in just the slightest little bit, you're going to go for a ride. I found that out last night. Them hot, sticky tires and that grass do not mix. And there he goes. Wade Hustad trying to take a look on the inside. Schwartz cuts his nose off. You got Spencer Tarts looking right there going, man, when are y'all going to wreck?
I got Mike Springer in fourth, so apparently no harm, no foul in that restart. He's kind of sitting back there and watching this develop.
I thought, to be honest with you tonight, I thought it was going to be follow the leader type race. Wasn't going to be that much excitement here tonight, but these gentlemen have definitely proved us wrong here tonight.
Oh, here he comes, right up underneath him. And we're still 5 laps from halfway.
I just don't want to see these two gentlemen race like this and then end up taking each other out. That would be a bad scenario. Yeah, it would. Especially after all the excitement they're bringing here tonight with the actual battling each other.
I mean, I don't know how you can get any better than this.
Well, I look for more of the same tomorrow night in the IndyCar.
Oh, definitely. I was actually been out there doing some IndyCar races at Texas, and it's going to be the same.
Going to be a lot of lead changes tomorrow night as well, as them cars are going to be running around 230 to 240 mile an hour around this track. And they're just going to barely burp the throttle as they come in these turns, and then they're going to be right back on the gas. You might even see somebody drop down into 5th gear to the turns and then pop back into 6th.
Yeah, he just might, as Springer now is closing in on these front three.
Well, he's probably just riding back there, waiting on these two up front to burn their tires up. As again, we are getting to just about where the excitement starts again, as they just now got 12 more laps on their tires. And right in here around lap 15 or so is when Wade Hustad really comes on. It's like Swartz loses just a little bit of something and is able to start making it a race. But then he battles right back and gets the lead. It's just amazing at the way they battle it out. I almost want to take a look back here in the back to see what's going on.
Yeah, but then we'd be afraid to miss some up here.
Well, it looks like the closest battle is going to be all the way back here in 11th. And those are battles between Dakota Wilkins in 10th, Daniel Holloway, P.J. O'Leary, and Getty Buckner and Jeffrey Meyer.
Yeah, I wonder if that damage Meyer got when he got together with Keeble earlier. I wonder if that's slowed him down.
Well, he does definitely have some front end damage for sure, as he's trying to make a move up underneath Getty. And Getty's truck looks fairly clean here. I don't see any damage on his truck. He's just riding around trying to collect him some points as he goes to the high side and allows mirror to go.
Yeah, he had a bit of a close call when that Robbie Armstrong wreck took place, the one that happened while we were having our technical difficulties. But other than that, it's been pretty clean as we have finally reached the halfway point of this race.
And we're back up front with the leaders, Jonathan Swartz and Wade Hustad. And Wade Hustad is again right there on his back door.
It was just about this point in the run is when Wade starts to go after him again.
Yep, they got 16 laps on their tires, and I'm sure he's looking to make a move. Oh,
behind him.
What was that?
The wall was really close. And Springer's got to take advantage and move into third.
I think Spencer Tart might have just pushed up a little bit. Let's take a look.
I don't see any damage. Looking live.
I bet the back end steps out on him right here. Oh no, he grabbed the wall.
Now he's still hanging tough with Springer all over his back bumper.
Now look how close. Oh, he tagged him. That time, Wade Hustad did make contact, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen. And he lost a little bit of ground doing it as well, as he got his truck a little loose.
I think he might have given Jonathan a bit of a break right there.
I think Jonathan gave him a little break right there.
Yeah, that's true.
Because it probably would be disastrous if Wade Hustad turns Jonathan Swartz.
Yeah, we hopefully won't have that happen. With don't need any more bad blood between these two to ignite again.
Well, we're coming up on lap 20 on their tires. And it's probably about time for another yellow flag. That seems to be about par for the course with around 20, 23 laps.
And Springer has started to pull away from Tart a little bit for third. Wonder if Tart overcooked his tires a little bit after that big slide. As Hustad's looking for a place to make a move.
Just like Swartz knows he's looking to make a move and doing a lot of mirror driving.
Oh, he's got a run. Wade does now.
There he goes.
Should have position into this corner.
Lap 21 again is about when they start really going at it again. Swartz is going to do the crossover. Here we go.
Yeah,
Wade puts a block.
I wonder if he actually let him go that time and tried to cross back under him, but nothing doing so far.
He may be looking to give him a little love tap like he just received.
And what's impressive about all this, I mean, with as hard as they're going at it, they're still pulling away from the rest of this field.
That they are.
Yeah, you'd expect them, the Springer and Tart, to maybe be making up some time, but they're still
2.3 seconds back.
Yep. And pulling away every lap.
Well, with these trucks the way they are and the way these two gentlemen are following each other's dog tracks, they actually got a draft going on.
Yep, a little bit. And we're about, let's say, about 3 or 4 laps away from these two leaders catching some lap traffic here.
Well, Swartz definitely got him a really good run that time.
They're wrecking right in front of the leaders.
No!
They dive down and avoid it.
And no yellow. Wow, that's number 9. Let's go back and see if we can't take a look at it.
Yeah, that was Ernesto Gonzalez.
In the 75, and we got Deacon Allen in the 9th.
Down the front stretch here. He's trying to find a hole to get down.
Oh, it looks like 9 just comes up and just drills Ernesto in the side.
Oh, jeez. Looking live, he barely took out, or nearly took out Daniel Holloway.
Ernesto just can't get a break. He gets his truck repaired, gets back out on the track, and then unfortunately is tagged again in the right left rear and is sent spinning. Shoved him right into the outside wall. Our biggest race fan just cannot catch a break.
That would seem like every week he's caught up in, is a victim of something.
Internet or another incident, on-track incident, and none of it's really his fault.
Yeah, that's the thing. And we're still under green despite all that. The caution never did come out.
How they missed it, I don't know.
Well, Husted has a slight gap.
Yeah, he's pulling away from Mr. Swartz now. I think Jonathan might have burned his tires up a little bit, trying to keep Wade behind him.
And they're coming up on the 9 of Deacon Allen to put him another lap down.
And Deacon Allen was the one that just took Ernesto Gonzalez out. And if I was Wade Husted and Jonathan Swartz, I'd want to go up underneath him, as Allen has already proved that he can't hold the truck down low.
He was still on the lead lap when that contact with Gonzalez happened, but now he's being scored 2 laps down in 18th, because I believe he did come to pit road after that.
He does go high and allow the leaders to go by him.
Yep, and Schwartz is able to get by him, no problem. And now, the next truck in front of them is Robbie Armstrong. He's staying high. Once the leaders get to him, hopefully they won't have a problem getting around him as well. And there comes Wade underneath him. And they make it past him safely. As the gap is now a half a second.
They got 31 laps on their tires. They can probably only go about 9 more laps or so.
And this is about the biggest gap either of them have had all day.
We may actually get to see green flag stops.
And we might if we run another little bit here. Right now the best battle on the track is back at 6th place with Cy Jackson and Matt Kleinschmidt.
And they're running up on the 91 of Andrew Marsh.
Hey, he's fought his way back up to 5th place after that pit road miscue.
Yes, sir.
He's done it pretty quietly, too.
Truck still looks fairly good.
And meanwhile, behind Jackson and Kleinschmidt, Eric Weatherholtz and Dakota Wilkins are going at it for 8th place.
Looks like Weatherholtz is going to get that position. And he does.
And most of this field is pretty strung out now. So unless someone spins on their own, we just might see some green flag stops.
Getty's got some front end damage. I wonder where that come from. Major front end damage.
Oh, yeah, I see that now. Yep, he's back in 14th. That must have happened while we were zoned in on the battle for the lead.
Which battle? I mean, which time?
That is, well.
Now we got Jonathan Swartz trying to get around Lehman. Well, Lehman does a really good job at staying high.
Oh, Schwartz. There he goes. Yeah, I think Schwartz has kind of used up his stuff right now. He's back 1.4 seconds behind.
Well, it looks
Wade.
like scheduled pit stops are starting as Mike Springer's coming in. Martin Wenzel's still on pit road. So Mike Springer is making his green flag pit stops. And that's 36 laps on his tires.
And that's from 3rd place, so we might see these leaders possibly following him in shortly.
But they don't want to stay out too many laps.
Oh, Kleinschmidt on the apron really got sideways. Here comes Spencer Tart. Oh, Spencer almost spins it coming on pit road. Gathers it up. And behind him, Weatherholtz is following him in.
Well, green flag pit stops are starting here.
Well, that was quite a tense moment, though, for Spencer Tart. Trying to get down to that pit road speed.
I don't know if they can go much more than 40 laps. Andrew Marsh is now.
Yep.
I'm just looking to see when Hustad decides to make his move.
Not yet.
He said, one more, gentlemen, one more.
I'll tell you, if I was Jonathan Schwartz, I might be thinking about possibly trying to get on pit road before Hustad does.
Well, 100
Maybe
and
make a little time that way.
Gonzalez stays low and lets the leaders go by.
Comes Marsh off pit road. He and Springer and Tart and Weatherholtz Right now, they're hoping it stays green.
Well, it's 40 laps, and the top 12 is still not pitted. Move Getty Butner up into 10th after all of that, but he still needs to come in and pit.
Schwartz, I thought he might have been coming that time, but he had to go really low to pass a lap truck.
Now we got a little over under 75 laps to go now. Just trying to figure out the math here.
Now, PJ O'Leary all over the back bumper of Dakota Wilkins for 5th. Haven't talked about PJ much tonight, but this truck looks pretty clean for the most part.
I believe if Wade Hustad and Jonathan Swartz stay out another 5 more laps, they will be making their last pit stop of the night.
And we'll see as Hustad up now 2.2 seconds is the gap.
I don't know, maybe not. Let's see. My math is not quite right.
I think they'd have to stop one more time after this round of stops. Oh, they're 3 wide down the backstretch, but Spencer Tart flying through these guys on new tires. Wade still continues to run.
They're going to need to run until lap 61 in order to be. They got another 31 laps to go if they're going to try to do it on one more stop.
Here comes PJ, I believe that's PJ O'Leary. Yep. Tell you what I'm a little concerned about, though, is the closing rate on these guys with fresh tires compared to the old tires. Like I saw a minute ago with Spencer Tart. Hopefully it doesn't become an issue here. Oh, O'Leary overshot his pit a little bit and had to back up.
I think my math is right. I think if they go 50 laps on their tires,
here comes Getty Buckner.
They will be able to do it, as we only have 70 laps left.
Getty sideways on pit road and spinning and hit the inside wall.
I know he don't want to see that happen.
Oh, I believe he just towed back too.
Wow.
That's too bad. Oh, another spinner on pit road. Who was that? Kenneth Lehman. His troubles continue. As we got a lot of the lap down cars making their stops. Cody Gatsky is on pit road. He had cycled up to about 9th. But the leaders are still out there. I bet Cy Jackson is wishing these 2 leaders would pit so he could get himself a bonus point for leading on that. Right now we're up down to just 8 trucks on the lead lap. With these cyclo stops.
If they come in right now, they'll be able to make it to the end. If Wade Hustad and everybody comes in, that'll be all the way down to Octavius Silvera. He's in 8th. Everybody has 49 laps on their tires. They go one more, they can definitely make it to the end of this race.
Well, Schwartz has a couple of lap trucks side by side in front of him.
And Wade Hustad has pulled a 3.2 second lead over Jonathan Schwartz.
Here comes Geddy Buckner back on the track. He's now 4 laps down in 18th, so.
I don't know if Jonathan Schwartz would do it, but he may elect to take 2 tires here to gain that track position.
I don't know.
Well, when he gets ready to come in, I'm going to be taking a good look at that to see if he takes 2 or if he takes 4. Now, the one thing Wade Hustad doesn't want is to get tangled up with these lap cars.
Yeah, especially with a 3-second lead and about to make a pit stop. As he goes around 63 of Silvera. His truck's got a lot of front end damage.
So the 5 jumps all the way down on the apron.
Yep,
Dakota Wilkins in, Hebel's in.
Yep, here comes Evil and Wilkins. Wilkins gets into his box pretty nice.
$53 laps on their tires. They got to be running real low on fuel. They got to be.
Yeah, I would think so. And so far, the only...
Here he comes, Schwartz. Oh, hang on to it. Oh, the 29.
Oh, right in front of him. Silvera and...
Hustad got messed up coming on pit road.
That's what I was afraid of.
Let's take a quick look at that.
Oh, and Wade's got a little front end damage now.
I think he just lost this race with that right there. He gets in. Oh yeah, he gets on the binders and he just gets into the wall right there all on his own. And then he gets drilled in the rear. Wow.
So Daniel Holloway is the only remaining truck that is yet to pit, although he's running really low through 3 and 4 and is coming in now.
All right, now we're going to follow Jonathan Schwartz on into pit road right here. We're going to see what he does.
Well, he got all of everything he could out of that, and he's come out well ahead of Hustad.
Well, I think Hustad just lost the race right there with hitting the pit wall.
I'll tell you what, though.
Schwartz gets a clean stop.
Tell you what, with those guys staying out as long as they did, Mike Springer is now the race leader, followed by Tart, Marsh, Kleinschmidt.
And he does take 4 tires. Wow, Mike Springer is now leading this race.
Yep, and he pitted about 10 or so laps before the...
21. Yeah, he pitted 21 laps ago. He's going to have to come back down. There's no way he can make it.
So he is hoping for a caution. But he certainly got the...
Well, he may be able to make it. It's...
Here comes Cy Jackson back on the...
No, no way. He's got 72 laps. It'd be 72 laps. I don't think he'd go that far.
Yeah, he would have to find a really impressive way to save fuel in order to accomplish that.
Well, Jonathan Schwartz can definitely make it.
And he certainly has regained the upper hand as far as the battle between him and Hustad.
That he has. That one little costly mistake on pit road cost Mr. Hustad this race.
Well, if we know Wade, he's certainly not going to give up, but he's certainly got his work cut out for him, though.
Well, he's not that far behind him, though.
Yeah, he's actually only... about
he can see him.
2 seconds, yeah. Right now he's dealing with
O'Leary and
Wilkins ahead of him.
He's getting ready to move Wilkinson.
Oh, this could get hairy. Oh, he looks like he had thoughts of diving under both of them.
I thought he was going to go right between them. Oh, he thought about 3 wide.
They came up on Kip Galloway. That was...
Now he makes his dive.
Man.
He shoved him up the track just a little bit.
Oh, he won't clear him, though, on exit. And they're coming up on another lap truck. Oh, Wilkins in the wall. And Hustad gets the spot. I think Wilkins saw that the lap truck was going to become a factor and move up to give Hustad enough room and kind of put himself in the wall, actually.
Well, let's take a look and see what Hustad sees inside of his cockpit. Now, Jonathan Swartz is that car going into turn 1 as he just comes across the dog leg now. But he's got quite a big gap that he's going to have to try to make up.
And here he comes past Silvera, the lap truck, and right now he's probably saying, Octavio, why did you have to do that? It cost me a good chance at this race. And right now he's... When they update the scoring here. Yeah, he's still 3.5 seconds behind Schwartz.
Well, all the thing Swartz has to do is hit his marks.
Now he's shown that he's been able to do that even when he was in that really tight battle between...
Well, Hustad's coming. He was 3.7. Now he's 3.2 seconds behind.
And there's no quitting them. That's for sure. As right now, Springer has a 9.5 second lead over the battle between Tart and Andrew Marsh for second place.
And I was looking at that wrong. Jonathan Swartz is 2.1 seconds away from Eric Weatherholtz to take over that 6th position. And Hustad's holding at 3.7 seconds away from Jonathan Swartz. And he just lost another 10th.
Oh, caution is out.
That is not what they wanted to see. Do you know where it was at?
Not sure yet. That's what Mike Springer did want to see, though.
Yep, that is exactly what he wanted.
Is that Jeremy Hebel? Yes, Jeremy Hebel is the cause of this caution, and that truck is killed.
Oh, wow, he got stuck in the wall.
Wow, so our point leader...
All right, here we go riding along with Hebel. Truck's a little loose in the rear end. He heads off down into turn 3. I believe he's going to catch this apron. Nope, he's just going to get back into the gas real hard. Comes to the dog leg. Oh, the 61. The 61 of Kip Galloway takes him out. Wow.
Oh, wow.
Now the race is going to be between Mike Springer, I believe, and Jonathan Swartz. Let's take a look and see if Wade Hustad elects to get some of that damage fixed.
This might play into Mike Springer's hands, because he certainly wasn't going to make it if we had stayed green. Well, now he's got the track position and a very strong truck to boot.
And he's clean.
Yeah, very clean.
Mr. Tart stayed out. Did he?
No, he's in.
Okay.
It's that the Springer's pitting short of the start-finish line. And here he's out, and he's gonna win the battle.
Now Hustad is.
Tart.
Looks like Hustad is trying to get some of that damage fixed.
Yep, he's still sitting there. And there'll be 12 trucks on the lead lap when we get back to green, so he's not losing too much.
Well, Jonathan Swartz comes out, he'd be sitting in the 5th position. Mike Springer did get off of the pit road first. Spencer Tart fans, guess where your boy's sitting at? He's sitting right there in 2nd place with a fairly decent looking truck. Got just a little bit of right side damage. Don't believe that will hurt him at all. Wade Hustad is back out on the track and in 9th position. And he fixed the front end on that truck.
Yeah, about as good as he could.
So we got Mike Springer, Spencer Tart, Andrew Marsh, Matt Kleinschmidt, and Jonathan Swartz is in the top 5. Got Jeffrey Meyer, who was having a really good run in practice. I believe his truck is still fairly decent looking as well. Back end looks good. Front end's
a little damaged though, but I mean he's still shown.
I think he can survive that. I think he'll be able to survive that.
Yep. BJ O'Leary behind him in 7th.
Now you thought we had a race earlier. It is crunch time now. Yep.
Yeah, because these guys can definitely make it without stopping.
46 laps to go.
Yep, it's going to be hammered
45 to go when we restart.
Yeah,
there ain't no holding back now. And a bunch of cars elect to stay out and get their lap back. Or at least one of them. Anyway.
Springer's electing to take the inside.
I don't know if I like that call.
Well, so far we've seen when Schwartz was leading, he was taking the inside every time. So we'll see what kind of restart Springer could get. This will be the first time he'll be the control truck.
Well, he may be just trying to protect the bottom going into the 1. But the way Mike Springer runs, he's just like his daddy. He runs the high side a lot. And I believe he'd get a lot better run starting up top and being able to arc it down into turn 1 and gain a little bit more distance on Tart. But that's just my opinion. As the pace car is in.
Here we go.
And he didn't waste no time. He's gone. Swartz is trying to get it all over the back door.
He's forcing it down 3 wide. He made a hole underneath Andrew Marsh.
Yes, he did.
And he's up to 3rd already.
And there he goes. He's going up underneath Spencer Tart. Oh, this race is not over by far, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, it's just beginning.
As you see the way Hustad, he's already making his way around Mr. Marsh as well. And he's looking to get up there and get around Spencer Tart.
Mike Springer, you better drive your truck like you stole it there, pal, because they're coming after you.
It looks like Spencer Tart got just a little loose right there. Allowed Hustad to close the gap. Hustad's looking under. Jonathan Swartz is looking under.
Yep, he's right there, right on the tailgate. Now Hustad moved to the inside of Tart. We got us a battle.
Yeah, Spencer Tart, he needs to watch that mirror, and he needs to hit his marks as well. And you kind of hard. Oh, Hustad's in the wall. Hustad pushed up and hit the wall.
He kept the spot though. He's still digging.
Wow.
We've got us a gaggle.
And there goes Andrew Marsh. Matt Kleinsmith's up underneath him. Jeffrey Meyer is going to go with him as well. 88 of PGA O'Leary may be able to get around him as well. As
now
Mr. Marsh.
Springer, here comes Schwartz underneath Springer for the lead. Springer moves up about a half a lane. Dead even at the stripe.
Didn't even put up a fight.
Now see, might get a run off this corner. Schwartz doesn't clear him.
And while they're racing it out, that may give Hustad a chance to gain a little on these gentlemen.
Now Schwartz has got him cleared.
Looked like Springer was looking to try to make a crossover. Don't believe he's going to be able to do it though.
Oh, he's right on the bumper. So we got 40 to go.
Don't make a mistake, Swartz.
Now he hasn't made any mistakes all night long.
Except for maybe overdriving his vehicle early and trying to race Mr. Hustad.
Springer's not letting him get away.
And it looks like Wade is not gaining any on Springer. As a matter of fact, he's falling back.
Springer's about a half lane up from where Schwartz is running.
I think he's searching. He needs to follow, see what Mr. Swartz is doing and follow him. Hope he makes a mistake.
Yeah, because Schwartz, I doubt he's going to give up the bottom if he can help it.
At this late in the race, he's going to protect that inside. Only way you're going to get around him is to go around him on the outside at this late stage in the race.
Well, Wade is keeping...
He gained 2 seconds, or 2/10 of a second. See if he gains any more. No, he's right there. You can see him.
I mean, he's got a lot of damage to his left rear and left front, but he's still digging hard. Going for 2 wins in 2 nights.
You know, he's sitting there saying, all right, Springer, start battling him. Give me a chance to get up there.
This gap about maintained the same that time. Still about half a second.
Yeah, he's keeping pace with him.
Actually moved into 4th ahead of Spencer Tart.
But I believe Tart is going to be able to hang on for a top 5, I believe.
Now he's trying to cross back under Kleinsmith here. And now he's got Jeffrey Meyer pushing him.
Now this here is a battle for 5th, 6th, and 7th. Tart blocks Meyer. Kleinsmith goes high. Kleinsmith's going to get that run coming off, I'm sure. Don't hit the wall. There you go. Smith up into fourth. Tart hit loose.
He got on the apron a little bit. Here comes Meyer.
Yep. Mr. Springer is still right there. Don't know what's happened, but oh, did he just hit the wall? Wade Hustad's underneath him.
Yeah. I think he might have just grazed it, but I think he had to really get out of the throttle in order to keep it from hitting any harder. That's cost him second position.
Now, Springer can sit right there and running his tracks. He'll be able to draft him. Hustad's up to 0.3 of a second behind the leader. This race is not over.
Yeah, but we're coming to 32 to go this time.
That'll put them right at exactly 48 laps on their tires. They can do it. They can do it. They'll have enough gasoline. Provided this race goes to green for the rest of the way. 0.2 of a second now. Hustad, with all that damage, is still gaining on Swartz. What a race.
This has been fantastic.
Despite our technical difficulties at the beginning of this race, this has been an awesome show.
That certainly didn't damper anything, that's for sure.
Lost just a little bit right there. And he makes it back up to the tri-oval. Oh, it looks like he's gaining on him.
Big gain that time.
Yes, he got a heck of a run.
Oh, Schwartz.
I bet he's saying, how is he catching me with all that damage? Wow. He's getting ready to make a move. Unbelievable. There he goes. He's there. Oh!
Oh, that was close there.
I thought he was going to nail him. He almost gave him a bump and run or turn one.
And like we have mentioned several times tonight, there's not much love lost between these two gentlemen. And for fourth now. Meyer trying to get underneath Kleinschmidt.
You got Tart back there as well and O'Leary. And he's underneath him. Meyer's underneath Kleinschmidt, but he can't pull it off. Kleinschmidt
just gets such a run off these corners.
And he was blinking just a little bit as well. There goes Tart up underneath Meyer, but he catches the apron and gets loose again. Come back up front with Jonathan Swartz and Wade Hustad.
And they've got 4.5 seconds the front three do over the rest of the field.
And I'm sure he's...
Kleinschmidt gets really close to the wall that time, and I think he might have blinked again right there.
As we got some drivers that don't like their tires are starting to come down pit road again.
And they're going to be coming up on some lap trucks in the next couple of laps.
Well, that may play to Hustad's advantage. If he can pick one of those lap trucks and get Swartz stuck in behind him, he may be able to pull away. But he's got to get to his back door first.
Yep, we're down to 25 laps to go.
He gets a heck of a run through that turn right there. It's just like he gains on him in 1 and 2.
Oh, he's getting right to the bumper. Almost pushing him through 3 and 4 that time. And now here they come up on the lap traffic. Cody Gatsky and Ernesto Gonzalez. Oh, Schwartz.
No whammies, no whammies. Come on, gentlemen.
Off too that time.
Get out of the leader's way.
Oh, this might get dicey.
Oh!
They make a big move.
Well, these trucks are...
Ernesto Gonzalez gives these guys room as well. He's pulling down to the inside out of the way.
Gatsky should have done the same instead of forcing the issue like that. That has definitely allowed Hustad to get right there.
Oh, he's...
If he ain't touching him...
He is touching him.
Oh, wow. Ladies and gentlemen, you could not have stepped in between them two trucks.
Oh, he's getting the run on him again. Oh, he's being really nice to Schwartz right now. There's been a couple of times he could have easily gassed it up a little bit and moved him.
Got about 21 laps to go.
Oh, Schwartz might have clipped the apron that time. Got a little sideways.
Come on, lap car, get out of the way. That's the 63.
Coming up on Octavio Silvera again. They come underneath him.
I don't know if I like... Well, at least he stays high in the turn, but... I think on the back stretch you should be able to get down on the apron. Schwartz has pulled away 2 seconds. But it's just like, watch this. Hustad's going to get a big old run coming off right here.
Yeah, that's where he seems to be making up his ground when he ends up getting the gap. Off of turn 2.
Now, he lost a little bit due to that lap car, but he's going to make it up right here. Like he drives it in a lot harder and deeper. He gets that tire right there on that white line.
Well, Schwartz might have gapped him a little bit there.
Wonder if Hustad's tires are starting to fall off. And just as I say that, he closes the gap again. He's brought it back down to 1.5.
And they're going to be coming up on Martin Wenzel here in about, I don't know, 4 or 5 laps.
Wenzel got back out on the track. Way to go, Wenzel.
Yep, right now he's 62 down in 22nd.
Points are points. It's all that matters.
Yep, that's right. Get 5 points just for simply finishing the race. And with the point situation that Wenzel's in right now, he needs every point he can get. So they're going to be coming up on him in another couple laps.
Got 15 to go this time by. Jonathan Schwartz has definitely run his tail off here tonight.
Oh, he's put on a very impressive performance. Remember when we were talking to him in the pre-race, he barely got in the server in time. But he's got his hands full with Hustad now. Once again, Hustad got off turn 2 a little better. Getting right
I think we're going to get a bump and run. Hustad's trying to time it. That's all he's doing.
Or Hustad almost clipped that grass.
I think he's timing it. He's trying to figure out how to time it. He's got 14 laps to figure it out. And ladies and gentlemen, they have been like this all night long. These two gentlemen. Now what you don't want to do is have Jonathan Schwartz have to check up a little bit. Because if that happens, Hustad's going to turn him.
It's going to be right up in the back of him.
Yeah.
For sure.
If
when they come up on Wenzel.
If that truck starts pushing just a little bit and Schwartz has to get out of it, he's going to go for a ride.
And not the good kind of ride. It's here comes oh, Schwartz might have wiggled a little bit. Wade trying to get to the inside.
He's there. He's under him.
You might use Wenzel as a pick, perhaps.
That's exactly what he's going to do. Oh, contact.
Schwartz, hang on, buddy.
Wow.
Saved it.
Schwartz is not going to be happy with that.
Nope, he's not. We've seen this movie before at Kansas.
Yeah. I'm almost going to be afraid to interview Mr. Schwartz at the end of this race.
Well, as Hustad still fighting with Wenzel, now he clears him.
11 laps to go.
And now Schwartz, believe me, if he can get back to his bumper.
He's definitely going to give a show. That lap truck just hit the wall. Yep.
He's pulling down out of the way, or is he?
Or is he? Yeah. Come on, Wenzel, get out of the way. Let him race.
Well,
nice job, Wenzel. Nice job.
Oh, we got smoke down the front stretch.
0.7 of a second behind Hustad. Now let's see if he can climb. Let's see if he can gap him.
Trouble on the back straightaway. Caution's out.
Oh no. Who is it?
Had him for a moment. Let's see.
It can't be Hebel, can it?
Oh, it's Andrew Marsh.
Oh no.
Wow. That's too bad.
And March is sitting there. He's racing Eric Weatherholtz.
Is there going to be
Eric's going to contact him right there in the back end. He's unable to save it. And loops it around. Doesn't hit anything. Barely a little bit of contact right there.
He went a lap down, though, unfortunately.
Now, the ball game changes.
What do you do here?
Well, you're a sitting duck if you stay out.
Here comes the top 3.
9 laps to go.
Let's see. Well, Zach Smith stayed out. He's the last truck on the lead lap right now, so.
Force clean stop. Hustad, clean stop. Meyer.
Guys took 2 tires, it looks like, Springer.
Oh, there goes.
Them off.
Wade Hustad did beat Schwartz out.
Yeah, so Meyer and Tart.
And Zachary Smith is out there with 38 laps on his tires. There's no way in the world he's going to stay out.
Now he was on the, let's see, I believe he was the last truck on the lead lap, so he might just stay out to lead a lap. But we'll see when he comes through here.
Yeah, well, we're going to have...
It's going to be about 5 laps or so.
Yeah, 5 laps to go. Well, here he comes down pit road, so that's a smart move there.
No, he doesn't. No, Smith stayed on the track.
Did he?
Yep.
Yes, he did.
Well, now. So it's going to be,
Interesting.
if it stays out, it's going to be Smith, Springer, Meyer, who are on 2 tires, Springer and Meyer are, and then Wade and Jonathan.
With 4.
Now this is good. This is set up to be
A wreck. That's what it's set up to be. It's set up to be a wreck. With 38 laps on your tires, 39, it's going to be like 42 when you get to the start-finish line to restart this race. That's going to be an accident looking for a place to happen. If he doesn't spin his tires, he's going to be so slow that they're going to be 3 wide going into 1.
And that might, yeah, this might turn out disastrous. Now let's see, Smith, trying to see if he'd come in this time.
He's not coming in.
Nope.
5 laps to go. He's already made his decision.
Yeah, he's committed now. Got about 3 or 4 lap trucks in front of him that are gonna wave around here. And we're gonna get the restart
With 5 to go.
6 to go. Well, this is gonna be, if anything, just
Interesting.
really exciting.
Well, what I see is Hustad and Swartz.
Well,
Nose to tail. They're nose to tail. And they're trying to get around the 41 of Mike Springer on the high side.
Well, Schwartz is actually going to restart 3rd on the inside.
Well, he's showing him on the outside in 6th.
Yeah, he's lined up down the inside.
Yeah, he is. My bad. I'm looking at the Kleinschmidt.
Well, here we go.
Wow. The 58 and 59 messed me up.
Pace car is off.
There goes the 5. Did not get a good start. No, he did not.
Springer had to jump on the brakes to avoid a penalty. Oh, he's pulling down out of the way.
What?
On a caution behind him.
I believe race
Trucks in the grass.
Did not race control not do that? Wenzel. Martin Wenzel again.
Well, now, who had to leave? It's going to be, I believe, Springer.
Yeah, Mike Springer. Oh, he spun his tires. Wenzel did. Wow.
Yep, and he's disconnected. That kind of puts the cap on a very rough evening for him.
Yep.
So now, we're getting 5 laps to go. I would assume...
It'd be a 1-lap shootout.
I would assume this would be a pretty quick caution.
Be a 1-lap shootout if we go back green. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been anything but boring.
I mean, it's been incredible. And now wait, let's see as we get the scoring updated here. Now it's still saying Zachary Smith is
4th.
Oh, you got a crash under caution.
What?
Eddie Buckner.
No.
What happened there? Goodness gracious. He and another truck.
Are they trying to get to the tail end of this field here? Getty is.
Oh, Kenneth Lehman. Yeah, he just plowed right in the back of him, trying to catch up to the end of the field.
And shoved him right in front of the 99. Unbelievable. I think Lehman needs to park the truck. I mean, that's 3.
Well, especially since how many laps down is he? I'm trying to find him here.
Yeah, he just ruined the guy's race.
Yeah, he's 48 laps down. And
And Getty Butner's won.
And that's not going to go over well at all.
No, there's going to be some boxing rings going on here tonight for sure.
Now let's see. The lights still on the pace car, so at the very most it'll be 2 laps. Yeah, I would assume that's going to be pretty harshly dealt with by the league committee here.
Well, if he's still out on the track, Kenneth Lehman,
yeah, he's still out there. He's still running around under caution here. He's actually going to pick up a position here since Jeremy Hebel's truck is still on pit road.
Well, he's been at fault for 3 of the yellows for sure. Well, he were already under yellow, so I guess that won't count. But
Pandoff is on the radio right now, trying to see what he might be discussing here.
He may be asking him to park his truck.
Well, let's see. We would have to get 1 to go this time if we're going to get a restart.
Yeah, the lights are going to have to go out this time. Bauer's going to be the race.
They do. It's going to be 1 lap shooting.
Oh, I'm stuck in replay.
And Mike Springer is going to take the outside.
I told you that would come into play here at the end.
I'll tell you what might have enhanced that decision was Wade Hustad is going to be restarting 3rd. And Jeff Meyer might be in a very tough position here if Hustad gets a run on this restart. He might make it 3 wide.
And no might about it. He's going to shove that nose either on the inside of Meyer, or he's going to put it in between him and Mike Springer. I'll bet you a dime to a dollar on that one.
And Schwartz is going to be 5th. Zachary Smith, although he pulled to the inside as the leader on the last restart, because of the field being the scoring being frozen, he's going to be in 4th still.
Now, how disappointing is it for Jonathan Schwartz?
I don't know. As here comes.
Oh, really?
Takes out Smith, and
that is the race.
And caution is back out, and that's going to do it. Mike Springer is going to get the win.
I don't know. They're racing like it's...
I believe the caution is out, isn't it?
The caution was out.
Yeah, so this race is over.
I think Jonathan Schwartz is... he better stop or he's going to get black flagged. We've seen that happen before. He better let Mike Springer back in front and Wade Hustad.
Well, how about that?
Now,
what a finish here in Texas. Mike Springer.
Now they got to stop. No, they got to stop and wait on the pace car. If anybody crosses that start-finish line, they will be black flagged, and the race will not.
Right.
Yeah, we had that happen.
Was that Kansas?
I believe it was Kansas, where the lap come out and.
Where is the pace car anyway?
He probably just come out of pit road. They're probably going to sit there
Here comes the pace car. They're all waiting.
So it's going to be Mike Springer.
Yep,
Wade Hustad.
Get the win. Wow.
Jonathan Schwartz is 3rd. Eric Weatherholt's 4th. Matthew Kleinsmith, the top 5.
How about Sidarius Jackson? It's 6th.
Wow. After everything.
In 7th. Andrew Marsh, 8th. Daniel Holloway in 9th. And Zachary Smith in 10th. What a race.
Unbelievable. That was just...
From start to finish, what a race we had here tonight. Good Lord.
And I'm looking to make sure we got everybody here tonight for interviews.
Yeah, I've got
Still,
Mike Springer.
I'm still not seeing
Yeah, I don't see
Wade
Wade
Hustad.
Yeah, we want me to pull in Mike?
Yeah, go ahead and pull Mike in.
Alright, I got him here. Hey, Mike Springer, it's Taylor and David in the booth. What a win, man!
Woo, burnouts! All right, I'm ready to talk.
What? I tell you, how about the call to go for 2 tires there?
Yeah, honestly, I had nothing to lose. I don't race for points. I started in the back row, so it's kind of, win or just finish wherever I finish.
Well,
We had some Jeffrey Meyer spin the tires underneath you. How about that call to take the outside on the last restart there?
Yeah, I don't know why, because he's right. He didn't spin the tires the restart before, neither did I, but both of those restarts with the 2 tires. But my main reason for taking it was to keep Wade, behind as long as possible. So
Well, did you think
it was strategy.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
But did you think that if it had gone green, if the caution didn't come out before you got to the line, did you think he could have held off Wade?
I don't know, because I don't know how it was going to feel on 2 tires. I don't know if it was going to be super loose or if it wasn't going to have the grip. But I wasn't going to make it easy. And I don't know. It's just going to be interesting how quickly he got by the guy in front of him.
I believe he'd have
know.
split y'all. I do. I believe he would have split y'all right down the middle, and probably you'd end up hitting the outside wall, and the 50 of Mir probably would have went through the grass.
Yeah, and that's why I kind of did the restart early, just to get some space in the field right away. And then I wasn't really. I mean, caution's nice because it guarantees the win, but I really wanted to see what 2 tires was going to do there.
It'd have been slick.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it slick though. So
Yeah, exactly.
I actually, with the, that long run when we were pitting before all those, if it stayed green, I think I would have won anyways, because Jonathan had his problems and Wade had his problems. I don't think they're going to make up the time. So without those cautions, I think I had a chance. With them, I think they were faster, and I just lucked out.
Well, I'd say you definitely earned this win tonight, man. Anybody you want to give a quick shout out to?
Yeah, I want to say hi to my dad. He raced in this tonight. We don't race a lot together, so that was fun. Hi to Jonathan. We talk and chat together. We're kind of teammates. And thanks for Wade and Jonathan for teaching me the line, actually. I'm really confused here at Texas. And thanks for you guys and DRL, man. You guys do an awesome job. It's an awesome league. If anybody looking to join, you can definitely learn in this league from these fast guys.
Well, you guys just put on an absolute phenomenal show here tonight. Congratulations, man. And are you going to race Indy tomorrow?
You know what? I ran my first Indy race last week and I won. I ran my first truck race of the season tonight and I won. Yeah, I'm gonna keep racing. I'm gonna keep racing as much as I got momentum right now. So
there you go.
See me around a little bit. So yeah, I'm excited. This was a good night.
All right, well, enjoy this win, man. You have a good night.
Thank you. You guys too.
I still don't see Wade Hustad inside of the chat. So why don't we go ahead and grab Jonathan Swartz?
All right, he was in the same channel as Mike there. I got him. Hey, excuse me. Hey, Jonathan, it's the booth. You got us?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, take us through, with about 10 to go, that contact between you and Wade.
No, it was just hard racing. We were going for the same real estate there, and mistakes happen, and it's not really that big of a deal. Where it's a product of hard racing with just happens to be me and Wade every week race really hard against each other, and things happen. So just hard fun racing, and had a lot of fun tonight.
Well,
hey, you certainly put on a fantastic show between you and Wade, but as far as the finish is concerned, if it had went green, do you think you two would have been able to run down Mike?
Maybe. I feel like I got a really good restart there, and if the 29 hadn't turned, whoever in front of him, I might have been able to get past him. But it's cool to see Mike win. We're pretty good buddies, so cool to see him get one after his IndyCar win last week. So hope there's a lot more for him in the future, and we'll look on next season.
Well,
or next week.
Yes, sir. We look forward to seeing you back here next week for sure. Are you going to be doing the Indies this week?
Yes, sir. I'll be there.
And for we look forward to seeing you tomorrow night. I'll be broadcasting that as well. Let's quickly just give you quick shout outs, my brother.
I definitely want to thank the league, who James, Eric, and everybody else who puts on these shows for everybody, and just a lot of fun to come out here and race with guys you know every week. So thank you guys for putting on the great broadcasts every week for us, and hopefully there's a bunch of races that like this for the rest of the season.
We certainly got to thank you guys for putting on that great show and giving our viewers something awesome to watch, man.
Yeah, that was definitely spectacular here tonight between you and Wade Hustad. A lot of battling going back and forth. Hustad got into a little bit of a hiccup coming on pit road. I thought for sure you had this race won after that, but did he get to your back bumper and bump you a couple of times after he got that damage on pit road? Because if he didn't, it looked like it was really close.
Yeah, he might have. It's just, we're racing hard. I mean, we're not racing for points in this series, so it's all or nothing for us, and we're just going out there and competing for wins every week with these guys. So glad to see that non-points guys are not really affecting how everybody else's races are for the series, and we're just having a lot of fun running all the series that we can.
Well, it's definitely a pleasure watching you two out there racing tonight, and you have a good night this evening.
Thanks, you two guys.
Yes, sir. Eric Wertherholtz.
I got him right here. Hey, Eric, it's the booth. You got a copy, sir?
Yes, sir, I do. How y'all doing?
Well, we're doing great. That was a fantastic show that everybody put on, and you came away with a solid 4th place finish, the highest running points contender. Tell us about your night.
I did not know that. That's awesome. Yeah, I had a pretty boring night, to be honest with you. I qualified in the mid-pack, and honestly, I was just going to put it on cruise control for the first 100 laps, and after that, I was wanting to put on a show, but I hit, like, on the front straightaway. Ernesto got in my way, and I got so much damage from him about halfway through the race, and the second half, I was just hanging on, basically. Yeah, honestly, I will take a 4th place, because I was going to be happy with the top 10. So,
well, you started.
Go ahead, David.
Well, you started 15th. Mike Springer started, if I'm not mistaken, he started 28th.
Yep.
Yeah, 28th. So I mean, y'all come from the back of the pack like that to finish this race out and secure y'all top 5s. Was it a lot of give and take out there for you, or was it a lot of battling that you didn't want to be a part of?
it was definitely a little of both. I do have to give a shout out to Matt Kladsmith, finished right behind me, but me and him, we basically raced side by side almost all night long, and there was a lot of giving between me and him. But besides him, pretty much everyone else I raced with, we were racing, and there were moments where I said, you know what, I'm just going to get out of this, and there were moments where I said, you know what, I'm just going to be Ryan Newman and make my car wide.
I hear you.
There you go. Well, one more quick question before I let you go. Was looking at the replay a minute ago of that last restart wreck. Man, how did you get through that mess?
I still don't know, honestly. I got to go watch the replay myself. It's so funny though, because I was just talking to my teammate Spencer, and I was sitting here going, man, you know what? If they wreck, I'm in a pretty decent spot because I might be able to slide through. And I could not believe I didn't even get a scratch from that. So
you lucked up on that one, that's for sure.
Yeah, I went from I think 7th or 9th because I was on the inside line to 4th, so I won't complain.
No,
yeah,
sir.
you pretty much split the gap between like 3 or 4 trucks. I know this is also got to be exciting tomorrow for you in the Indy Series.
Yes, I can't wait for tomorrow. Another 200 laps. Obviously, they're going to go by a little faster. I mean, you're talking 25-second laps versus 30 to 35 for these trucks. So I can't wait. 3 wide racing. It's going to be a lot of drafting, of course. I'm actually still on the fence on whether or not I'm racing or playing race control because Spencer said he would race control for me. So I'm debating of which one I want to do for tomorrow night.
Alrighty. Well, let's get you quick shout outs there, brother.
Well, first and foremost, I do have to shout out to Spencer, a great teammate of mine. More bad luck for him tonight, which sucks. I hate it for him. I do have to give a shout out also to Getty Buckner. Getty obviously is giving up his IndyCar racing career essentially to be our broadcaster for it. So I have a great appreciation for him. I really do appreciate him doing it. Winona Road and all the sponsors that we have, and of course you guys for putting on the show.
M4. Well, you got definitely a top 5 finish here tonight. Sit back, relax, and enjoy it.
Oh, I will. Y'all have a good night.
Alrighty. Now let's see if we can't grab Matthew Kleinschmidt.
All right, I'll try to find him. Yeah, he might actually be moved down to 5th. I'm not sure because
He is
looking
5th.
back at the film
Kleinschmidt.
as far as when the caution came out, but I'll try to find Mr. Kleinschmidt here.
He's in Bad Boys Racing.
Oh yeah,
There's Wade Hustad. We will get interview with Mr. Hustad in just a minute.
Hey, Matt Kleinschmidt's Taylor and David in the booth. You got us?
Yes.
Well, a solid top 5 night for you there. After starting 12th, although that last lap restart wreck, you seem to be right in the middle of it. Tell us how you stuck your way through that mess.
Well, I knew the 5 was going to be slow because he had said over the race chat that he had some engine trouble. So I was trying to go around him, and luckily Jeffrey bounced off the wall right as I was going through. So I managed to make it through there.
Wow. Well, it was definitely a wild finish there and a wild race.
Yeah, for some reason, on that last pit stop, Jeffrey's tires didn't change. So he had, however, 50-lap-old tires. So that didn't work out so well for him.
Oh, that never works out.
That might explain a little bit why I had that kind of trouble there.
Well, you're second in points right now. And as I'm looking at this right now, Jeremy Hebel finished all the way back in 19th position. So you're going to gain quite a chunk of points on Mr. Hebel here tonight.
Yeah, he had an unfortunate night for him, so I get to benefit from it a little bit.
Well,
yep, and especially with a 0x after all that, be some extra bonus points. You racing Indy tomorrow?
I think I'm going to try to. I raced the first race last week and did pretty good for my first road course, so I think I'll give it a shot on an oval tomorrow.
10-4. Well, we look forward to seeing you out there. You got anybody want to give you a quick shout out to?
Winona Road for sponsoring the truck series, all the admins, and you guys for doing the broadcasting.
Well, thank you, brother. We appreciate that. You have a good
right,
night
thanks.
and enjoy your top 5.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
And here we got Wade Hustad. Hey, Wade, it's the booth. Taylor and David, you got us?
Yeah, I do. How are you guys?
Well,
we're doing great. We were really entertained by the battle you had with Jonathan Schwartz.
Yeah, how was that racing? It was something else from the windshield that I was driving behind.
I'll tell you right now, you two put on a heck of a show here tonight, battling it out. Just a little bit of miscommunication, I guess, there, just a little bit between you and Jonathan as you got touched a little bit there and maybe sent him up the track a little bit. But your biggest miscue tonight was getting on pit road. We thought your race was over at that point.
You guys really want to talk about that, huh? Execution was good on the track, but pit road entry tonight was a huge flaw. I thought it was going to cost me.
Well, we did too, but then all of a sudden you come back out on the track and you're running down Schwartz. Like, what happened? I mean, did it actually help your car? Because I mean,
Well,
as much damage as you had, we thought you was going to be falling back, and there you are, getting a heck of a run coming into turns 1 and 2, getting it coming off, but you seem to be losing it a little bit through the dog leg.
I have to say, I had some damage, and that late race yellow saved me. It was about 25 seconds I had it repaired. I still think I was crinkled a little bit, but that really saved me there, and I just had to work myself, back up through the field. But I can't say enough about that race, and that actually was a huge blast to be racing out there tonight. Kind of wish there's some other guys like Chad and some of the other guys that had come race the trucks, but other than that, like it was a blast. Racing right behind him, it took a lot of discipline not to overdrive the truck. It seemed like as the run went on, I was getting quicker and quicker, but I just made sure not to bump him in the corners or anything like that. But as far as the contact we had, we were racing really, really tight early on in the race, side by side. I mean, I don't know if you could fit a foot ruler between us a couple times. So I think it was just a miscue between him and I as far as what lines were taken into the corner.
Yeah, you said discipline. You said discipline. I didn't see no discipline there between you two. I swear I didn't. Y'all were going back and forth at it every lap. It seemed like after y'all got to lap 12 or 13, you and him, there was a show going on all over the place between you two.
Yeah, there was a couple times too. I could see he was going to get a run, especially like on the quad oval, and I'd just kind of go up high, let him take the low line, and do the swap, in 1 and 2, go back low coming out, and it was a lot of fun. So I hope Jonathan doesn't have any hard feelings from that. I mean, it seriously was a blast. It was on me at I think it was Kansas. I nicked the apron and scooted up the track and almost did kind of the same thing that happened tonight.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think it was a racing deal tonight. I mean, he gained a lot of respect, that for me anyways, racing forward.
And when we were talking to him a minute ago, he seemed pretty cool and with him just saying, it's hard racing for the lead at the end. Real quick, before we let you go, that last restart, if the caution hadn't come out there before you got to the start-finish line, do you think you would have been able to run down Mike Springer?
Well, on that last restart, I didn't touch Jeffrey Meyer. I'm pretty sure he just spun the tires and shot up the track.
Yep.
But as soon as Mike told me he was going to take the outside, knowing that he was the race start, I was thinking I was going to get a jump on Jeffrey, whether it was inside or outside going into turn 1. And I was hoping to get Mike going into 3 and then coming off of 4. I think we could have pulled it off, and Jonathan probably would have squeezed by 2.
Right. Well, he definitely spun his tires. If there was any contact, it was after he had already started spinning. Because it just hooked right on him, and he went straight into the outside wall.
It was pretty much the same thing that happened in the Cup car race that we had here at Texas. I think there was like a 1 or 2 lap shootout that somebody spun the tires and then piled everybody up. But with that being said, I was hoping for a good spectacular boom at the end. But entering under caution was kind of a bummer.
Yeah, it really was. After those shows y'all put on tonight, it really was a bummer. But
yeah, I hope it was good.
Oh, it was a good show.
Believe me.
Why
would be running Indy tomorrow night?
I'm debating on whether or not to buy that car. I don't have it yet. I just have to run it by the girlfriend first and see if I can. What track are they running? I guess I didn't even check on that either.
They're going to be Texas again.
Oh, right on. Okay. I might be interested in that. I just don't know anything about those Indy cars. So as far as pit strategy, fuel, how they draft, none of it. I haven't even turned a lap. So
wow.
You got it. Time, I believe at Milwaukee, you said you had never turned a lap there before that race, and you dominated. So you never know.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, just like yesterday at Michigan in the Cup Series, I didn't really turn too many laps except for, I think it was one time with Chad the night before the race. So I'm almost thinking I'm better off just not practicing at all every week.
I hear you. I wish I could get away with that.
Me too.
Yeah, you got to have luck on your side too, though.
Yeah. So. Well, you got anybody you want to give you a quick shout out to?
Yeah, I want to just congratulate Mike Springer on that win. It was cool to see him race tonight, and it was a good call on his part. I thought he didn't even pit at all, but it sounded like he took 2 tires. So congratulations to him. The other thing I wanted to mention too is it was a really good points night for Matthew and Eric in the trucks. I see that I think they both got top fives, and then Jeremy kind of had some trouble there. So I don't race for points, but I'm just kind of watching as we get closer to this chase, to see where people are going to be standing. So it's good to see them have a good night. And overall, just you guys for broadcasting Dynasty Racing League. It's a wonderful thing to be part of. I can't say enough.
Yes, sir. Well, we appreciate every word you said there, and we'll look forward to seeing you at least next week if we don't see you here tomorrow night.
I'm probably going to do some convincing. I might have to rub some feet. We'll see what we can get away with.
Oh, I know that's right.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
You have a good night now.
Have a good night, sir.
Yeah, you too.
Alrighty, our unofficial results is Mike Springer finishes first, Wade Hustad is second, Jonathan Swartz third, Eric Weatherholtz is fourth, Matthew Kleinsmith fifth, Cy Jackson sixth, Dakota Wilkins seventh, Andrew Marsh eighth, Daniel Holloway ninth, and Zachary Smith rounds out the top 10.
BJ O'Leary 11th, Jeffrey Meyer wound up 12th after that last incident on the last lap. Cody Gatsky 13th, Getty Buckner 14th, Deacon Allen 15th, Octavio Silvera 16th, Spencer Tart 17th, Kenneth Lehman 18th. Our points leader Jeremy Hebel, a tough night tonight, 19th, but he will still maintain his point lead. And Richard Springer 20th.
21st is Robbie Armstrong, 22nd is Martin Wenzel, 23rd is Ernesto Gonzalez, 24th is Kenneth Robbins, 25th David Wingfield, 26th Daniel Fox, 27 Kip Galloway, 28th William Wingfield, 29th is Jason Kinzer, and Brandon Harton did not take the field tonight. So all in all, I believe it was a really good race here tonight.
Oh, fantastic. Although the finish was a little anticlimactic, though, but still.
Yeah, well, I mean, after a race like we saw here tonight,
yeah, you would have liked
that is a little disappointing, yeah. Our next race, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be at Iowa in Newton, Ohio. It will be on June the 20th, 143 laps. Be sure and come back next Wednesday night and check us out there. Our very next broadcast is going to be the 300 Texas Motor Speedway IndyCar Series. That'll be Getty Butner, and I'll probably try to pop in, help him out a little bit here tomorrow night with a little bit of broadcasting. With that said, I believe we're going to wrap things up here and call it a night. As always, we want to thank James Pandolf and Tater Bowman for owning the league and getting this thing started. Without them, we wouldn't have DRL. I want to thank Martin Wenzel and Jordan Gonzalez always for their technical issues that we take care of here at DRL TV, and the graphics. They bring us everything that you see here tonight. Marketing is done by Jordan Gonzalez. He's the one that helps us get sponsorships and stuff like that. Got to thank the broadcasters. As of right now, it's myself, Taylor Butcher Benjamin, Martin Wenzel, and Getty Buckner. We are restructuring some things here at DRL TV. Our administrators are Tater Bowman, myself, David Wellborn, Martin Wenzel, Jordan Gonzalez, James Pandolf, and Getty Buckner. Race control for the Molnar Automotive Cup Series is Tater Bowman. Race control and RC, race control RC is Daniel Hallis for the Northeast Ohio Ghostbusters Grand National Series. James Pandolf is the race control now for the Winona Road Truck Series, and Eric Weatherholtz is race control for the IndyCar Series. IndyCar Series is going to be on again tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen. Please tune in tomorrow night and take a look at that. Got anything else you want to add tonight, Taylor?
Just a phenomenal race between everybody, but especially the top, Jonathan Schwartz and Wade Hustad. And I know both of their starts, they're going to be limited on the amount of starts they can make in the lower levels because they both compete for points in Cup. But They're going to be, when they are able to enter them, it's going to be some awesome battles yet to come, I think.
Yeah, I believe that you're right on that. Don't know exactly how many races they have left to come up or actually to go down in the Grand National Series and the Truck Series, but we look forward to seeing them every week when they come out, and they put on an awesome show here tonight. Despite our technical difficulties, losing the first 30 or so laps here tonight, after that, system seems to be okay. Had a great showing here, and we look forward to seeing y'all here again tomorrow night. And if not, we'll see you back here at least on Monday night for the Northeast Ohio Ghostbusters Grand National Series. I am David Wellborn.
I'm Taylor Woodger Benjamin, and we'll see you next time, folks.